Ugh. What's up, nerd geeks and gamers alike? It's your boy, Nerdy Nick, back with a brand new episode, and I know it's been a while. We had some, we'll say, production issues, but that's all out of the way now. Okay, so for the meantime, I'm back, and I don't plan on going nowhere. That was a very bad Randy Macho Man Savage impersonation. Let's try this again. I got you for 5 minutes. You ain't going nowhere. Maybe that was a little better from Spider-Man. We'll see. Anyways, so like you see in the title, this is going to be a new series that I'm doing on top of my top, favorite games or this or that. It is going to be called The Late Game Review. Now, because I'm not a rich man by any means, and I can't afford to pick up titles, $60 titles, left and right and up and down and all that crap. So, I recently invested in GameFly. And I'll say this right now, this is not a paid endorsement by any means. I am just a very happy and satisfied customer. GameFly allows me to pick up a title right when it comes out, get it in the mail, put it in my console and play it as long as I want, and if I want it, if I keep it long enough and I want it, they'll sell it to me for a discounted price and send me the game manual and the case, like it's a complete game. So I would definitely recommend you trying that out. But anyways, so back to the whole late review thing. So like I said, I'm not made of money. I joined GameFly, so now I can actually do game reviews for modern topics and modern titles. So I don't always have to be retro. So this late game review is going to be for none other than Doom from 2016. This game blew my mind. Alright, when the beta came out, I played it, and I loved the crap out of it. There were some things that I was like, how are they going to explain where they dropped off from Doom 3 and then they're doing this? But I'm like, fuck it, it might be a reboot, it might not be. Who cares? It's another Doom game. You should be fucking thankful, which I totally am. So let's get right down to it. We're going to split this review into two. We're going to do the campaign review, and then we're going to do multiplayer review. I'm going to keep this short, sweet, and simple. Yeah, that kind of rolled off the tongue. Anyways, the campaign. You immediately wake up, and you're like, oh shit, UAC base has gone to hell, literally. So right away, you're fighting. It throws you in there. It doesn't tell you who the fuck you are. Sorry, I probably was trying to keep this family friendly. It doesn't tell you who you are, really, other than that you're the guy, right? You are the Doomslayer, which is a totally rad name. But anyways, the story takes you, from battling demon-infested Mars base to hell, to back to the base, to hell again, and back to the base. It's crazy. But all the while you're encountering revamped and rebooted versions of Imps and Hell Knights and Baron of Hell and Revenants and all this stuff. And I mean, I'll say this right now. It really felt like I was playing an old Doom, but with amazing graphics. And I played this on the Xbox One. I'm an Xbox guy. Sony, I'm sorry you lost me with the PS3 being $600. And I was in high school. I couldn't afford that. What are you doing, man? Who do you think's gonna play it? High schoolers and kids? I mean, yeah. Hello? We can't afford that shit. Anyways, sorry. Tangent. Yeah. It was great. It was really good. They did a way of, I don't know how, but they captured that magic they had with Doom and Doom 2, and it just felt so good. I mean, obviously, it's enhanced, so there's double jump and, new weapons and stuff, but overall, it was amazing. Obviously, the story is generic, it's a generic Doom story, but you don't necessarily play Doom for the story. You don't want to know the motives behind these scientists trying to open up hell, which was really just to get technology and shit, but whatever. And the bosses are really fun. They can be kind of difficult, but it's like old games. They have patterns and whatnot, you know what I mean? So that you kind of predict your way around it. I loved the feeling of when I walked into a big open room, saw ammo and health and armor shards everywhere. I'm like, alright, shit's about to go down. Let's do this. You know, it was totally fun. It was totally sick. I loved chainsawing my way through places. You know, it was a really, really good campaign. There weren't really a lot of cutscenes or whatever, but I mean, if you want a long cutscene video game, go play Metal Gear Solid or something, you know what I mean? When you want to watch a movie. So we'll cut right into the multiplayer. So I, you know, barely picked up the multiplayer about like a week ago, like this current week. I'm filming Sunday, I probably picked it up last Sunday. Ooh, excuse me. Anyways, the multiplayer is really fun. Okay, so you've got like a couple of different game types, but the one that only matters, TDM, Team Death Match. That's why you play Doom, right? You don't play Doom to play Capture the Flag, you play Doom to kill the shit out of each other. And that is exactly what you do. It's really cool. You have, you know, like your basic 3 loadouts that the game is pre-programmed to give you until you like level up and whatnot, which I'm going through. And then you also select a demon loadout. So like there's these demon spawns or demon possessions, and when they spawn, you can go to it, and then all of a sudden you look down and your hands are on fire and stuff, and then you turn into a demon of your choice, and it's really cool. That totally makes up for the lack of like unique vehicles and like turrets and stuff that aren't in the game. So you have these like demonic possessions, and when you hear like enemy revenant spawn, you're like, shit, where is it? Because there's no mini-map. That's another thing I freaking love about this. There's no mini-map, so it makes it a little bit harder. It's not like, there's nothing spoon-fed to you in this game, which is totally rad. Your health doesn't regenerate by itself, so if you've got low health, it's gonna say, low health, pick up some fucking health. So you pick it up off the ground, you know, you pick up armor, you pick up ammo. The glory kills are so rad. So like, in old school games, if you're beating up the boss and he's flashing red, you go up, you know he's about to go down. Same thing with this. So if you're lighting up some dude and he's within like a melee range and he's orange or whatever, you hit that melee button and you perform this cinematic like fatality from Mortal Kombat, and it's so sick. And they're like all unique and whatnot. You can even do it to the demons who are like, you know, tearing up enemies and whatnot. It's really rad. It's such a fun game. Like, you don't have to be skilled and masterful. Like, you don't have to, you know, it's just a great game that you can pick up and play. Now, I will say that like in the campaign, loading times can be a little bit long, but it's totally worth it because the levels are actually pretty long themselves. So that's there. Another thing too is the multiplayer. You know, like so for example, this game's been out for nearly a year now, but I just picked it up and I'm already like, I've already caught the rhythm. It's not that hard to pick up and play. The game is like, or your character in the game is totally customizable. You get like different color patterns, different armor types from like Demon, UAC, Templar, all this stuff. It's really rad. You can even customize your gun. And then if like you get leveled high enough, you can use the, I think it's called the Praetor suit. It's the suit that you wear in the game, which is cool. The Doom suit, Doomslayer. But yeah, honestly, I'd give this game like a 8.75 out of 10. The campaign leaves you with a cliffhanger, so you're like, oh, I want Doom 2 now! Totally excited to see what Bethesda and ID are going to be doing for Doom 2. I know it's going to be in the works. It's got to be. There's no way this game isn't getting a sequel. So anyways, if you've played it, let me know what you think. And if you play on Xbox One, leave me your gamer tag down in the comments below, and let's tear some shit up, dude or dudette, or non-affiliated member of either sex. I don't know. You know how today is. Anyways, thank you for always watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry it's been so long. It's been weeks, and I'm just, I'm never putting my YouTube channel in my hands mixed with someone else's hands again. This is always going to be me. And that's a tip for you YouTubers out there. Do as much of the editing as you can by yourself. Don't ever let an episode depend on someone else. I've learned my lesson. So, anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, like, and if I did a bad job, dislike, and tell me why in the comments below. Anyways, guys, it's your guy Nerdy Nick. Appreciate you watching. Have a fantastic day, y'all. I'm back, baby.